Hey everyone, today we're going to be doing some canning again. We're going to can some green beans that we got from a local produce stand. Our garden did not do that well this year. Like I said before, it was just an experimental garden. I wanted to see what would grow here, what we could do in this environment. We've learned from the garden out here, we learned what we can do. But you can always go out and go to a local farm stand somewhere and support your local farmer. We got this whole bushel or a half bushel for, I don't remember quite how much it was, but it's going to make a good bit of green beans for us that we're going to can. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. I'm not going to show you the whole process. If you would like to see in a future video the whole process, let me know in the comments below, and we'll make another video later on about how to do the whole thing. So we're going to go ahead and start with this. First thing I want to do is I'm going to take a half a teaspoon of canning and pickling salt, and I'm going to put it in each jar. Next step, we're going to go ahead and put the beans into the jars. I'm going to go ahead and fill these jars up, and I will show you all of them filled up and what we do after. Okay, when you're filling these up, I meant to mention this a little bit earlier, but when you're filling it up, you want to leave a little bit of head space at the top, just like right under that rim. You want to leave a head space for your water to cover up your beans. Now that we have our green beans in our jars with the headspace that we need, we'll go ahead and, I had this water heating up. I'll go ahead and ladle some water out into the jars. And then after I do that, I'm going to take this butter knife here and I'm going to put down in it and make sure there's no air bubbles or air pockets in it. Make sure everything settles right. Then we'll put the lids on it and put it in the pressure canner. Now that we got this in our jars, and this is already a little warm right here, this warm water, you want to make sure this is warm and your water's warm in here, so if you put something cold in there, it could bust your jar. So we'll go ahead and set one of these in here. I'm pretty sure it holds about 7 jars in here. So you just want to get these like finger tight. You don't want to put like a death lock on them. Water's getting a little high in there, so I'm going to do this with this. And I think we're going to be able to do one more. Now that we got all this in our pressure canner, we're going to wait for it to come up, to start steaming real good. We're going to put our weight on it. Now that you got this up to 10 pounds, 10, 11 pounds, we're going to go ahead and let this go for 25 minutes. And then we'll take it off the heat and set it to the side. Now we're going to find out what the finished product is. So it's already, we waited for it to cool down. We're going to let it do a natural cool down. We're not going to mess with it at all. We waited for all the pressure to go down, waited for this to go down, took the shaker off the weight, and we waited 10 more minutes. So we're going to open it up now and see what we got inside. After all was said and done, there's 28.5 quarts. These up here are pints, so 2 of those are like 1 of these. So that's 3 up here, and these are 5. About 5 here is 25, and that 1 extra is the half. So with all that we had, we got 28.5 quarts for our homestead, and that'll do us for a good long while. And as you can see, these are still cooling off. I just got these out. I want to let y'all see a little bit of it, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know these didn't come from our garden, but they did come from someone's garden. We got them at the farmer's market, like I said at the beginning of the video. We got them up here at Black's Produce, and they turned out great. The hardest part about the whole process is stringing the beans. That's the hardest part, hands down. We spent from 8 o'clock this morning all the way till 1:30 or 12 o'clock to 1:30 just stringing beans. We had the first batch in the canner at about 1 o'clock. We were still stringing beans while the first batch went in. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, if you like content like this. I know I enjoy watching people do stuff like this. I learn from it. I learn from seeing people do it. I learn from doing. And I'm just really glad this is going to feed us later on. Even though it didn't come from our garden, it did come from an organically grown garden. So I'm happy about that. Our garden really ain't doing that well. We have an infestation right now of tomato hornworms. It was ironic because I was just watching Al Lumna on his channel, and he had an infestation worse than mine. I only had maybe 2 or 3 worms, but what I seen, 1 worm killed my tomato plant. Wasn't nothing left. So we're gonna try to figure out how to combat that and see what we can do to stop it. We just got to get on top of it and make sure that they're not eating no more. The cherry tomatoes were doing great until they attacked it. I may have got like 10 cherry tomatoes off of it, and that was it. But I guess we will catch all you guys on the next one, and stay tuned for future content of pickles. We're going to do 2 more videos on canning with the pickles. It'll be red butter pickles and just regular pickles, dill pickles. So, and I'm going to try something else. I got this thing from Walmart. It's a 1 hour pickle. I'm going to see if it actually works. So we'll go ahead and do a short video on the 1 hour pickle, do a review on it, see how it tastes, see how it works, and if it actually takes an hour. But we will catch all you guys on the next one. Bye.
We can sit together.